Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you back here. Let me start with a little bit of a story. When I first started with fitness, I was maybe around 12. I started really early, guys. I've always been into sports. And around 12, I really got into motivational speakers. So I was listening to a lot of Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas. This used to be my ringtone. So I would wake up, have those motivational speakers in my ear, and then get started with my day workout. And that's what kept me going for a couple of years. I was really into that grind mindset, that discipline mindset. And then at some point, I realized that first of all, I was burning out. I was exhausted from always having to be disciplined, to keep pushing. That was just exhausting for me, and it wasn't fun anymore. And then I discovered another way to approach fitness, and once I did, I never went back. And the fitness industry really is geared and oriented towards that discipline mindset, right? We're told the reason why you cannot stick to a workout is because you're not disciplined enough. You don't have what it takes to keep going. And they keep saying the top 1%, they do it because they're disciplined, they're able to stick to the process. But I think they're telling us a lie. And I feel like if we want more people to move, to be active, being sold stress and discipline is not the best way to get that result. And today I wanted to share with you the importance of enjoying movement and our movement practice, and the importance of play. And I want to approach that topic also from a scientific lens, as I do like to do in this channel, because there's a lot of science that supports that claim, and I think it deserves to be brought to light. So let's get started. Today I was walking in outside. I was going on a walk, and I passed in front of a park, and there was music playing, and there was this little girl. She was on an elevated surface, and she was dancing for like over 10 minutes. She just kept going and going. She would not stop, and she was having so much fun. Her dad was patiently looking at her, waiting for her to finish her show, and I was just smiling the whole time, because I was like, yes, kids do show us the way. And if we do look at kids, if you go to a park, kids are always playing. They're always having fun. They're not afraid to discover, to get hurt, to fall, to explore. They will not be like adults and be like, oh no, I don't want to fall. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. They do want to try, and they explore. And what that leads us to understand is that play is part of being a human. Play is an intrinsic part of what being a human is, and it needs to be integrated within our life and how we approach movement more specifically. And to kind of complement that claim, I want to cite the work of a psychiatrist, Dr. Stuart Brown. He created the National Institute for Play, and his thesis was, and I have to read this one, play is as fundamental to our biology as sleep. We don't outgrow the need, we just suppress it. And he said famously, the opposite of play is not work, the opposite of play is depression. And that is so important. Let's talk about why play actually works, and let's kind of dissect this in four different ways. The first way is consistency. I've mentioned that in this video, but why play is so important and so freaking awesome, it because it keeps you going. You want more, you're having fun, so you're like, oh, what else can I do, what else can I try? And that's why I got into aerial hoops. For me, aerial hoops was so much fun, because every time I was discovering something new, I was like, oh, I was able to do that skill, what else can I do? This is fun. What are we going to do next time? And it's like trying to solve a puzzle. So I kind of get that high and that adrenaline, and I'm like, okay, let's discover what else can I do next. And that keeps me going. I don't have to think about whether or not I'm going to enjoy the session. I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I just want more. And it's like another world. I feel like a kid, right? I always have something to look forward to, and that keeps me going. And that's something that I want everyone to find because it is truly a wonderful feeling. That's why I also enjoy calisthenics because it's skills based. So it's like once you reach a certain level, you're like, okay, but what's next? What else can I do? What else is in this discovery box, right? For me to find out, and that is really cool. Now at this point, and I think this is so important because the reason why the fitness industry keeps pushing that discipline agenda is because we're told no pain no gain, right? And I'm here to say, well, you can play and have gains, right? I don't have a cute catchphrase to kind of deliver that sentiment. Maybe some of you can find something, but I have visible muscles. I'm very muscular, and that's a result of years and years of consistent play. I always say strength is sport specific. So if you do find something that you enjoy, your body will respond to that. Your body will develop. We have this obsession with looks in our society, especially in the fitness society. And I keep telling people, I don't train for aesthetic. The most important thing for me is I train for the discipline and and I take the body that comes with whatever discipline that I'm doing at the moment, right? And so my body will allow me and transform in a way that will allow me to perform at the sport that I'm doing. And that is so important. So I am so I'm so upset when I hear people say no pain, no gain. That is completely false. You can absolutely have so much fun, but also be muscular. And I'm not the only person that is a testament of that. A lot of people have a lot of fun doing their sport and they're still getting amazing results. And I would argue because of all the reasons that I told you about previously, that if you integrate play within your practice and as a way to approach movement, you're actually going to yield better results because you're not punishing yourself, you're having fun, and you don't even have to think about whether or not I'm going to the gym or doing this activity. You're just having fun, right? So you just keep going and your body will adapt to that. I have two open doors for you, and you can pitch whichever one fits you, suits you, attracts you. The first one is to try an activity. Try to invite play into your life by trying an activity that you always thought about doing but never did. Whether it is archery, whether it is volleyball, soccer, hockey, whatever. Just try it out. See if you like it. Invite a little bit of play. Don't go for it saying, oh, I have to be successful. I have to kill it. Just bring in some more curiosity in your life and see what happens. Maybe you like it. Maybe you end up hating it. At least you would have tried, right? And then the second door that I have for you is to invite more play within your activities that you already do. So maybe you decide, look, it's too expensive, Karine. I don't want to do this. This is just too troublesome. I don't want to try a new activity. Try to invite play into what you already do. Maybe you like to walk on a treadmill, right? Or you do that as part of your regular workout. Why not do that with music and while dancing on the treadmill? If you're used to working out alone, why not invite a friend and see where it takes you, right? And that's how you invite a little bit of play. So those are my two open doors for you. Try it out, see if you like it, and tell me about it in the comments. If you're still here, please share in the comments how you invite more play within your life. Let's all share that. If you found that play was beneficial, maybe you learned something in this video that you didn't think about, please share it. And that's it for me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.